Hello guys, welcome to another video in my channel. In this video, I am going to explain what is false breakout and how we can identify false breakout by step-by-step process. We all know breakouts give huge profits when it is real, but most of the people are trapped by false breakouts and make huge losses in the market. So how we can identify these false breakouts by step-by-step process. In this video, I am going to explain how to avoid fake breakout, and I will also explain how to identify false breakout in 5 steps, and I will explain all those things with on-chart examples. So let's start this video. Before that, like this video and subscribe my channel and press that bell icon so that you will get notification every time when I upload new videos about trading and stock market. So let's start this video. As we all know, when important supply or demand zone is broken by a candle, then it is called as a breakout. For example, if this is the biggest supply zone, what that means, if the price has been retested from this level so many times, then it is an important supply zone for the price. And if price break this level and makes a uptrend move, then you can expect a big price movement after that. So this is called as breakout. What is false breakout? If this is a supply zone and price has been retested from here from so many times, and if price breaks out and reverses again, then it is called as false breakout. Here most of the breakout traders will be trapped. So this is what is called as false breakout. If breakout becomes fake, then it is called false breakout. The same thing applies for demand zone. For example, if it is a strongest demand zone, what that means, the price is testing here for so many times. Price is going a upward move, again making a downward fall, but taking support here and making a upward move again. But once the price break this level, then you can expect a good downfall movement from here. This is called as breakout. But if price is retesting here and price break this level but reverses from here and makes an upward move, then this portion is called false breakout. So this is what is called as breakout and false breakout. So how we can identify these false breakouts with step-by-step process. So step-by-step process to identify fake breakout. The first step is the first important point you may have observed in your chart. First half of the session breakouts will most of the time fails. The first half session, that means 9:15 to 12:30, whatever the breakout happens, that breakouts will fail most of the time. If you do back test in your chart, then you can observe that most of the first half session breakouts will be fake. That means price will break out the important levels but reverses from there. The breakouts happened in that time will be false. That means the breakout will happen but it reverses all of a sudden and hits your stop loss. So first half session breakouts will most of the time fails. So let us see that in our chart. So you can see here, this is the chart of Reliance and this is the chart of 23 and this is the chart of 24. You can see here, this is the important supply zone. You can see here on 23, price made a downfall movement and again retested here and price was below that level only. So this is the important supply zone. If I draw a straight line here, and you can see on next day, price made a big bullish candle but it broke that supply zone. That means seller's important level has been broken at around 9:30 or 9:45. Why it is the biggest supply zone? You can see here, biggest bearish candle has been formed and on that day only price didn't closed above this level. Price was retesting that level so many times and again fell down from that level. So what does that mean? Here big sellers are there. That means here active sellers are present at this point of level. So once price break this level, that means once candle closes above this level, then you can call it as a breakout. Same thing happened on 24th. You can see candle has been closed above the supply zone at around 9:30 or 9:45. So this is the breakout candle. Here you can see this is the point where breakout has been happened. If you entered here thinking that important supply zone, that means resistance has been broken, then you are trapped here by the third candle. You can see here, the first candle broke the supply zone, then the second candle sustained above the supply zone, and on third candle you can see a red candle has been formed and price made a downfall movement. If you entered here, you would have kept your stop loss below this breakout candle, but your stop loss would have been hit here and price made a downfall movement and you would have booked your stop loss. So this is why most of the first half session breakouts will be fake. That means if important support level breaks at first half, then you can expect it might be a fake breakout. Breakout will usually happen at the second half session of the market. You can see in another example, this is the initial low, that means initial day low, and you can see how initial day low has been broken at the afternoon session at around 2:45. Breakout has been happened and you can see big fall here. This is what is called as breakout. Once price break important levels, then you can see a big fall or big uptrend movement. So this is why breakouts are very important, and it is more important to understand what is real fake out and what is fake breakout. So most of the time breakouts will happen at the second half of the market. So if you don't know what is initial day low or initial day high, or how to trade initial day high or initial day low, you can watch my 3 important support resistance levels video in my channel. This is why second half breakouts are most effective than first half breakouts. So let us see another example. You can see here, this is the initial high of the day, initial day high, and you can see at the second half only price break this level. You can see here, this is the initial high and price broke this level at around 2 o'clock. So in the second half only breakout has been happened. So let us see another example. Here also you can see, this is the important supply zone. This is the important resistance. You can see here, price fell from here on previous day. So if I draw a straight line from here, you can see here, this is the important supply zone. Price has been tested so many times, 1, 2, and price has been testing here for the next day, that means 22. This is the chart of 21, and you can see here price is testing here on next day also. Price was in that range only for so many times. Price is testing here also, and here also price has been reversed. So what that means, here most of the sellers are present, active sellers are here. The sellers are not allowing price to make a uptrend move. On this day also you can see, second half of the day you can see a breakout candle and price made a upside move. So second half session breakouts will be most powerful than first half breakouts. The first point is, the first step is, first half session breakouts will be most of the time fails. So you should always enter a breakout trade in the second half of the session. The probability is more in the second half session breakouts than first half sessions. So it is better not to enter in the first half session breakouts. This is the first step, and this is the first rule you have to follow when you do a breakout trades. The second point is, look for expanded typical day for breakout. What is expanded typical day? I explained in the previous video about 6 types of trading days, and those who watched that video might have know this, what is expanded typical day. So let us see that in our chart. So what is expanded typical day? If you watched my previous video, then you know there are 6 types of important trading days. Trending day, double distribution trend day, the third one is typical day, fourth one is expanded typical day, fifth one is trading range day, and sixth one is sideways day. So most of the time breakouts will happen on expanded typical day. You can watch that video later about what is expanded typical day. On expanded typical day, in the first hour, price will make a small medium range of fall, and after that till afternoon price will be in that range only without trading in initial day high or initial day low. Price will be in that range only, but price will be looking for a breakout. On expanded typical day, this will happen. But in typical day, what happens? In the first hour, price will make a big movement, then price will be in that range only for whole day, and price will not break out on that day. So this is the difference between typical day and expanded typical day. So whenever you wanted to trade breakouts, you should look for expanded typical days so that you will get breakout trades in the afternoon session. If you see an expanded typical day, then you can expect a breakout in the afternoon. So this is the second step you have to observe. If the day is expanded typical day, then you can expect a breakout in the afternoon. You can see here, price made a medium movement here and price was in that range only. Price didn't made a high till day's high, but price was in that range only. Price made a medium range of movement and price was in that range only till afternoon. This is what is called as expanded typical day. But once price broke the initial low, that is, this is the initial low. Once price broke this initial low, you can see how big was the move. So This is why expanded typical day is more important. You should always watch for expanded typical days in your chart if you wanted to trade breakout trades. Let us see another example. So this is also an expanded typical trading day. You can see here price made a medium range of movement in the first hour and price was in that range only till afternoon. Price was in that range only and price didn't made any big movements. Price was taking upside movement slowly, but in the afternoon price broke this initial high and made a wonderful upside movement. This is what is called as expanded typical day. So if you wanted to find breakout trades, then it is more important to find expanded typical days. Let us see another example. In this example also you can see price made a medium range of movement in the first half and price was in that range only. Price didn't made a lower side movement or a trading range movement, and you can see here in the afternoon session price broke this level, that is initial high has been broken and price made a upside movement. So this is the importance of expanded typical day. If you don't know what is expanded typical day and some of the differences and how to trade expanded typical days, you can watch my previous video, then you will understand what is expanded typical day, trending day and double distribution trend day, how to identify trends and how to identify sideways days. I shared all the information regarding those in my previous video. You can watch that video later. So this is the second step. Look for expanded typical day. The first step is first half session breakouts will most of the time fail, so you have to trade breakout trades in the afternoon and look for expanded typical day. You will get to know expanded typical day in the first hour of the day only, and you have to wait for the second half of the trading day to have a breakout on that day. So let us see the third step. Don't enter a parabolic breakout. What is parabolic breakout? Parabolic breakout will be something like this. Big candles will happen and important demand zone or supply zone will break in that candles. Parabolic movement means straight movements. That means price will fall from here and break that level without making any consolidation. Parabolic movement means without any consolidation. If price break that demand zone or supply zone, then you should not enter that breakout trade. So that is what is the fourth point. You can see here there should be consolidation before the breakout. Price should not move like this in breakout trades. Price should make some consolidation. Price should be in some range for some times for real breakout. So let us see that in our example. So you can see here the second half breakout session and expanded typical day breakout. You can see how price has been consolidated here for so many time. From 1 o'clock to around 245 price was in that range only and price didn't made a parabolic movement. Parabolic movement means this is the parabolic movement. After breakout what happened is parabolic movement, but before breaking out it should not have a parabolic movement. It should consolidate sometimes and it should make a breakout after a consolidation. Let us see another example. So this is the breakout candle and you can see here price was in a consolidation range for so many times. From around 11:30 to 2 o'clock price was in that range only and price was consolidating. Price didn't made any parabolic movement. Let us see another example. You can see here. So this is the breakout candle and you can see how price has been consolidating from previous day. From here to here price was in this range only. Price didn't made any movement from previous day. At around 12:30 to next day 2 o'clock price was in that range only. So this is the big consolidation and this is the good consolidation. So you should have such consolidations in your breakout trades. So consolidation is very important. So third step is don't enter a parabolic breakout and you should have a consolidation before the breakout. Let us see the fifth step. Avoid entry if breakout candle has big rejection wick. What is big rejection wick? So if you don't know what is rejection wick or what is candlesticks, then you can watch my first video and second video. There you will get good knowledge about candlesticks and how to trade candlesticks. So what is big rejection wick? If candle closed like this and if it has a big rejection wick, for example this is a demand zone, candle closed here but it has a big wick. What is wick means? Wick means there is a buyer's pressure. Buyers are pressuring the price not to close below the zone. This is very important. If you have a big pressure from the buyers in the demand zone and if you have big pressure from the sellers in the supply zone, then there might be a chances that it might be a fake breakout. So you should also look for wicks in your chart. So you can see here in this breakout candle, you don't find any big wicks or very minor wick is there. And the next example also you can see here, there is a medium range of wick. That is not a big, or that is not like a very big wick. It is a medium range of wick. So this is a real breakout. And in this example also you can see there is a wick in the bottom line. That means buyers are pushing the price above, but you don't have any wick on the upper side. That means there is no pressure from sellers. But the next candle is red, but whenever you enter a trade, you will have stop loss with some buffer. You won't keep your stop loss exactly below the breakout candle. You should not keep stop loss like that. You should keep some buffer below that green candle or the breakout candle, so you can see a big movement after that. So this is why big wick also very important when you do breakout trades. I hope this video gave you good knowledge about breakout trades, how to identify breakout trades in step by step. So first step is, first half session breakouts fail, so you have to wait for the second half breakouts. The second step is look for expanded typical day for breakout. The third step is don't enter a parabolic breakout. The fourth step is there should be a consolidation before the breakout. The fifth one is avoid entry if breakout candle is big rejection wick. This is the 5 steps you have to look for a breakout trade. You have to consider these 5 steps and there will be a good chances of your breakout trade goes in a good profits. I hope this video will help you in trading breakouts. So please like this video, comment your opinion, don't forget to share this video with your trading community and subscribe my channel. Please press the bell icon for notifications, and I will meet you in the next video with good content about day trading videos. Thank you so much. Have a good day.